It's no secret that the internet is becoming more private, with cookie policies, ad blockers, and more making it harder to track user behavior. Increased privacy is great, but it does make it harder for you as an e-commerce business to show relevant products to your customers. But does it have to be like that? Find out in this video. In this video, you will learn how privacy regulations make it harder to segment your customers. You'll learn the importance of finding alternative solutions for staying relevant, and lastly, you'll see how Clerk uses AI to predict future behavior, allowing you to highly target your marketing without sacrificing privacy. First of all, I want to stress that both I and the rest of Clerk.io are all about a more private internet. It's a step in the right direction for giving us users more control over our digital footprints. Still, with the advent of new cookie policies, e-commerce marketing became harder. The reason is that marketing platforms have way less data on users with the reduced tracking options. Historically, most tracking happens with cookies, but due to the new regulations, e-commerce businesses have to ask permission for which cookies to use. For more information on this, check out this video in the corner. Further, as most users, like myself, also use ad blockers like AdBlock Plus, uBlock or Ghostery, many marketing tools lose the nuances that were previously used to track behavior and show relevant marketing. Platforms like Google and Facebook that are highly used for marketing today get less and less options for segmentation because of these regulations. Ultimately, this hurts your marketing because your customer profiles become much more blurry. So yeah, this all sounds pretty gloomy. And is there really no way around it? Luckily, there is, and I'll show you a bit later in this video. But first, let's discuss why you should even care. So, a more private internet is sort of a paradox. As a user, I highly prefer staying private and anonymous, but at the same time I really value quickly seeing products and articles and so on that I actually am interested in, as otherwise it's going to feel like spam. This means that the solution is not to go back to spray and pray marketing, as this will naturally lead to your recipients and customers interacting way less with your marketing. The problem is though that with less data, you end up being more biased as a marketeer. For example, let's say that you started stocking the new Hasbro Marvel Legends Nano Gauntlet. Try saying that 3 times in a row. Hasbro Marvel Legends Nano Gauntlet, Hasbro Marvel Legends Nano Gauntlet, Hasbro Marvel Legends Nano Gauntlet. Your gut feeling based on your experience might be to send these products to men in the age of 20 to 30. However, what if the actual buyers are completely different? For example, my girlfriend is a grown woman of 35, and she would be just as likely to buy this as I would, because she is, well, a nerd, just like I am. This is a story from real life. So, new solutions must be found. It's so important to use the data that you do track to continuously personalize your marketing instead of making biased guesses. Luckily, the market is full of great tools that can help you do just that. The bad news is that most automation tools out there heavily rely on website data, which is tracked by cookies. So, you're back to square one. Actually, you don't have to be. Not if you use Clerk.io. Let me show you what I mean. Since Clerk.io was founded more than 10 years ago, our platform was built with privacy in mind. Using an advanced AI, Clerk.io can predict future customer behavior using the products, categories, and purchases on any e-commerce store. The order data is at the center of this, as the AI builds what's commonly known as a knowledge graph based on how your users interact with your catalog. And all of this happens without needing a single piece of website data. To elaborate on that, it means that Clerk.io actually only needs to understand what was bought, when, and by who. The who only requires an email address for us to be able to build a model around that customer based on their purchases. Okay, so now you're likely thinking, that's all cool and everything, but how do I actually use this for segmenting my customers? Enter audience. Audience is all about finding the right customers for the right products. Instead of grouping customers by attributes like their gender, nationality, location, or everything that's basically about who they are, we group customers based on their purchase behavior, or in other words, what they do. Ultimately, this is what matters to an e-commerce business. The most powerful feature of audience is the interested in metric, as this predicts future customer behavior. Let's say that you want to find customers that will be interested in buying your Star Wars products because this is a niche that you haven't been able to focus on before because you were afraid that people wouldn't be interested in buying it. With audience, you simply have to type in Star Wars, and Clerk.io immediately knows which customers want to buy these products. This is based on the knowledge graph, understanding how users normally interact with your Star Wars products, combined with your Disney products, combined with anything else in your web shop, and how they correlate when your customers interact with your catalog. You can then upload this segment into your email client and Google and Facebook, which means that you can make sure that you send the relevant products, in this case Star Wars products, to these customers. The cool thing about this is that you can start by sending emails to everyone where you have their permission to do so, but for any customers that have not given you permission to send emails, you can still market to those on your other marketing channels, in this case Google and Facebook. With this approach, I have seen open rates on emails going up into 40% and more, because all of a sudden you can tailor your subject lines to match what I am likely to buy. Further, I have worked with customers that have more than doubled their return on ad spend after using audience to make sure that the right people were targeted with the right ads. After all, you pay Facebook and Google the same amount of money regardless of whether it ends up as a conversion or not. So, what are you waiting for? And that's it for this video. To summarize, the internet is becoming more private, which makes it harder to stay relevant in your marketing. There are lots of tools out there that can help you counteract this, but most of them still rely on website data, which is getting increasingly irrelevant because of all the new policies. Clerk.io can help you stay relevant with highly targeted, personalized marketing using only order data, and that's completely without cookies. If you like this video, don't forget to click that like button down below and subscribe to make sure you get notifications whenever we release new videos like this. Also, if you want to know more, come visit us through the link in the description and book a free demo today. We would love to talk to you about how we can help your webshop grow. Thank you so much for watching, stay relevant, and see you soon.